I'm a world-class tracking expert. This time, the criminal I'm hunting goes by the codename Wolf King. 20 years ago, he adopted several children from an orphanage. Later, he trained all of them to become elite thieves. Each one has their own specialty. Some are world-class hackers. Some can change their appearance in the blink of an eye. Some can even perfectly disguise themselves as a woman when they're actually a man. Wolf King calls the shots from behind the scenes. A few days ago, they stole $2 billion in cryptocurrency and got away clean. But the police don't even know what Wolf King looks like. That night, I suddenly picked up Wolf King's trail. To avoid raising his suspicion, I sent a very plain-looking female officer named Mary to tail him secretly. The goal was to find out exactly where he lived. I sat in my car, watching everything through the surveillance feed. At that moment, Wolf King suddenly turned around. Mary immediately pretended to be looking for something on the ground. When Wolf King spotted Mary, he stopped in his tracks. This guy is extremely cautious. Everyone held their breath in tension, but just as Wolf King was about to leave, Mary whispered something into the hidden earpiece in her ear. I immediately told her to put her hand down, but Wolf King instantly sensed something was off. Just as he was about to walk away again, a cop suddenly moved the surveillance camera. Wolf King caught that anomaly in a split second. I panicked completely. Luckily, he wasn't entirely sure the police were tailing him at that point, so Mary kept following him from a distance. Eventually, she followed Wolf King to a rundown building. She put on a pair of headphones to cover the hidden earpiece in her ear. Then she casually walked up next to Wolf King, acting completely calm. At that moment, I suddenly realized something was wrong, so I immediately pulled up the surveillance footage from earlier. I noticed he had turned around and taken a good look at Mary before leaving. At that instant, the sharp-minded Wolf King recalled seeing Mary at the market earlier. He had confirmed that Mary was a cop. After stepping into the elevator, he pulled a knife out of his pocket. Just as the elevator doors were about to close, I suddenly rushed in. I pretended to take off her headphones while secretly removing the earpiece from her ear. I pretended to be her father. I asked him which floor he lived on, but he said he needed to go back down to the first floor to grab something. When he pressed the elevator button, he did take a close look at Mary's ear, just as I expected. Once he saw there was no earpiece, he put the knife away. I handed him a rotten apple. I had actually hidden a tiny camera inside the apple. Then I deliberately took a bite of the apple and spit it out on the floor. I secretly hid the camera in the corner of the elevator. When the elevator reached the top floor, I had no choice but to step out with Mary. But we didn't actually live there. After hearing the elevator doors close, Mary was about to turn around. I immediately told her to keep walking forward. Sure enough, he was watching us from behind. I quickly took off my glasses and pulled out a special lockpick hidden in the frame. Then I had Mary block Wolf King's view with a delivery box. I immediately picked the door lock with the hook. Only then did he finally leave. After he got into the elevator, the camera captured that he lived on the 8th floor. But then something terrifying happened. He suddenly showed up at my door with a weapon